Okay, friends, let us all take a very comfortable posture. We will first go into meditation and then we will get to know about one of the greatest gurus of India, Neem Karoli Baba. So simply clasp your hands, fingers into fingers, cross your legs, gently close your eyes. Become aware of your breath, aware of your natural, normal breath. The journey that we are embarking on is a journey to find our own self, the self which is limitless, the self which is pure awareness, self is pure joy. Just be with your breath, friends. The more you spend time with your breath, acknowledging your breath, accepting your breath, you will recognize who you truly are. So just be with your breath. Last 2 minutes, friends. Last 1 minute. Last 30 seconds. Slowly place your both hands over your eyes for a few seconds, friends. Whenever you're ready. And slowly remove your hands. Open your eyes. So, welcome back, friends. I hope you all had a peaceful meditation. It was very, very deep for me. And so, let us go into knowing one more master, Neem Karoli Baba. from the Gurus of India series that we've been doing. So it's a very short one. However, there is a lot to share about this wonderful master. So Maharaj Neem Karoli Baba was born in the village Akbarpur, Firozabad district of Uttar Pradesh, India, in a wealthy Brahmin Jamindar family, which means landlord family. He was born on Shukla Paksha Ashtami in the month of Margashira and was named Lakshmi Narayan Sharma by his father Sri Durga Prasad Sharma. From early childhood, Maharaji was detached from worldly attachments. At the age of 11, he was married to a girl from an affluent Brahmin family. Immediately after his marriage, Maharajji left home and went to Gujarat. He roamed around various places in Gujarat and the entire country. After around 10 to 15 years, his father was informed by someone that he had seen a sadhu, ascetic, who was a look-alike of his son in the village of Neem Karoli in Farrukhabad district in Uttar Pradesh. His father immediately rushed to the village of Neem Karoli to meet and get his son. There he met Maharajji and ordered him to return home. Maharajji followed his father's instructions and returned. This was the beginning of two different types of lives that Maharajji led. One, that of a householder, and the other, that of a saint. Maharajji devoted time towards his responsibility of a householder, and at the same time, he continued to look after his bigger family, that is, the world at large. However, there were no differences in his life and style of living when discharging duties of a householder or that of a saint. In his family as a householder, he has two sons and a daughter. Maharaji said that the whole world is my family and preached love all, serve all, feed all. He said this is the key to attain God and salvation. Maharaji organized yagyas and bandaras wherever he went. Both of these were organized simultaneously. Yagyas were to feed the god, and bhandaras were to feed the worldly people. Maharaji built Hanumanji's temples at many places. Before attaining nirvana, he established two ashrams, places for people to stay. One ashram is at Kainchi in Nainital district of Uttaranchal, and the second one is at Vrindavan in Mathura district of Uttar Pradesh. Maharaji selected Vrindavan as the place for his Mahasamadhi. Vrindavan is the place where Lord Krishna played and lived. Vrindavan is also known as Golokdam. In the late 60s, Richard Alpert, an eminent Harvard psychologist and psychedelic pioneer, later known as Baba Ramdas, authored a book, Be Here Now, telling of the Indian guru Neem Karoli Baba, which led hundreds of Westerners tired of American politics and New World materialism in search of Maharaji's darshan. Maharaji was as elusive as the stories tell, but many were allowed to be in his presence, and they continue to tell stories to this day that are a wonderment of love, grace, and leelas and all. Much of the yoga, meditation, and Hindu spirituality movements in the West today can be directly linked to the Western disciples who were taught by Maharaji. Some prominent musicians such as Jayottal and Krishnadas spread the teachings through traditional Hindu chants, and Baba Ramdas, despite his paralyzing stroke, continues to spread the knowledge and practice through books, lectures, and retreats. Although Maharaji himself often forbade the discussions of and never admitted to the performance of any miracles, they were nevertheless seen and experienced by all who were around him. His devotees have authored many books, mostly telling of their personal transformations and the grace of Maharaji. but also detail the countless miracles that melted the hardest skeptical hearts into devoted servants of God. Maharaj left Kainchi Ashram on 9th September 1973 for Agra. This was his last visit to Kainchi, and he left signs of his last visit, which people could make out only later on. Description of the same is available in the book Miracle of Love by Ramdas. On reaching Agra on 10th September, he immediately set for Vrindavan, where he attained Mahasamadhi on 11th September 1973. So this is the source is from neemkarolibaba.com, friends, and he's an amazing master. And when it comes to my personal experience, I've seen Neem Karoli Baba's picture very long back, and that attracted me. And it was in my list to sometime in my life I should go to see where he had lived most of his life. So so this time when we went to India, so we were planning to go to Mahavtar Babaji caves, and to our surprise, we got to know from the masters who had already been there to Mahavtar Babaji uh, caves that Kenchi Dham, which is Neem Karoli, this place comes on the way. So we went there to this Neem Karoli Babaji temple over there, and which is Kainchi Dham. It is called as Kainchi Dham, and it is a very beautiful place. Though it is too crowded, but you can find that peace the moment you are in that space, surrounded by mountains, and you can feel his love everywhere. So when we went inside, we there are so many small temples for Hanuman. There are temples for Devis, and there are small temples. So we all happened to visit to all these temples, and we were sitting in one place. It's a samadhi of a Siddhima. Siddhima is a this wonderful lady who stayed with Nimkaroli Baba in the ashram. She was like his daughter, and she was taking care of the ashram very well. And she's a great master of intuition. She connects through hearts, and a lot of stories we have heard about her. And there's also a book about Siddhima. So when we were sitting there in the samadhi, uh, we were all meditating, and then Ram got a message that um, he has to get up and get in. And then we were all surprised where to go, and where to where to get up and how to get in. We were confused, and then he went out of that room, of that samadhi room, and then he looked towards his left, and there he found this big gate that was closed. And again, when he turned back, he again saw that suddenly the gate was open. So then he got a message that that was the place that was calling him to enter. So he called all of us, and we went along with him inside. I was a little hesitant, and then we went inside. We took a few steps, and then there was a person from the back saying that, "Hey, you're not supposed to enter this place because this is not for public. This is not." So he asked us to come back. So we came back, and when we were coming back, there was a very tall man who also um, came from inside. That is that's a private ashram. So that's an ashram for the in-house people who live there. So we came out, and this man was also out, and many people were going to him, and asking him some things. And Ram went and asked to see, we are here to see that place, and uh, we want to meditate. He said, no, it is not allowed. It is only allowed for twice a year, he said. One is in Navaratri time, and the other is for Hanuman Jayanti. That is when they open that place for the public, he said. And then we didn't know what is to that side. So again, Ram said, "Okay, you go and ask him." So when I went and I asked him, then what he said is he asked us to get to enter to come to his room. I mean, like his office room. So when we went to his room, and we were me, Ram, and my cousins, both of my cousins, we were there, and then he asked us to sit, and immediately he called somebody and asked that person to bring uh, tea and a jalebi for us. And we were surprised, like there are thousands of people around, and how come he's calling us and he's asking us to sit and he's serving this. And then immediately the feeling of Neem Karoli Baba, like the message that he gives: love all, serve all, feed all, like whoever comes, one should, they should be fed. So, like we had sat there for about 1.5 hours, and this man was telling all his stories about his childhood, and how he had spent his time with Neem Karoli Baba, and the Siddhi Ma, and there is also Choti Ma, how he had spent everything. We got every detail of that place, and of his life, of this man's life. And then he said, after everybody leaves, after 8 o'clock, the temple is closed, so please do stay here only. I'll take you to a place, he said. So we were just waiting, and then after everybody left, we happened to go inside this. He took us to a place which is next to his office room, and it is said to be where Neem Karoli Baba used to spend a lot of time. There's a small cot kind of a thing, a small a wooden cot where there was a small mattress on it, and where he used to lie down. And there he took us, and it was closed for the public. It's locked for the public, that room. And he took us inside, and he was telling stories of what all took place in that room. And the moment we entered, Ram especially felt that it was in the space kind of a feeling, like wherein the the whole room was moving. It was like in the space. And when I touched the cot, my head, uh, like it I never had that experience. It did swing, like that, as if when you have this when you are about to faint, that kind of but it's not that kind of a faint thing, but it's like once it's shaken kind of a thing, you take a turn kind of a thing. So that happened. And then we were so happy that this man had taken us there. And we got to know that this is the man who is in charge of this whole area, like whole ashram and the temple. He's the one who is the main in charge. And later there is another person who came and who said that, Sirji, like we have not taken them inside. So shall we take them inside? He said. So the gates that were closed for us before had been opened again, and he had taken specially inside, and he had made us see the rock where Neem Karoli Baba had sat when he first arrived to Kanchi, that place where he had got down from that place, and he immediately went to that rock, and he started sitting over there, and he started there are people around him gathered, and he used to tell stories, or he used to people used to be around him. So we happened to go there, and then there is a tree that is next to this rock, and and it was lifeless. The forest department came, and they said, sir, Baba, you are sitting here, and there are so many people sitting here. We don't know when this tree will fall. He said to Siddhima, go bring some water of Ganga Jal, bring some Ganga Jal. So Siddhima brought Ganga Jal, and the moment he had put water to that tree, and the tree started growing, and it uh, it it brought it uh, it got its life back, and we happened to see that tree and touch the tree and feel that tree. So we came out with so much of gratitude in our hearts, feeling that, oh, it's a long calling that Neem Karoli Baba. The moment I have seen his picture, it was a long calling, and it's as if he was there with us, and he took us as if he had received the guests, and he had taken us to all the places, and telling all the stories through this man who is in charge. So we felt very, very happy, and very, very special, and it cannot be expressed in words how much grateful we are for this experience. And as we all know that his message is very clear: love all, serve all, and feed all. And whoever comes to that place first should be fed. And we should also develop these quality friends. We have to love all, not confining only to our limited family. The whole world is our family. So the same like what this Baba did, he was balancing his family life and as well as a sadhu life. As Patriji always says, attain. One has to be, um, like in samsaram we have to attain nirvana. Being in the samsara, that means in the world, in this world, living in this world, we have to be like a saint. So Neem Karoli Baba is a perfect master. He did all his duties. He fulfilled all his duties, and then he is also taking care of his large family. And it's really amazing. The people who have not heard about him, please go through Ramdas stories, or there is so many of videos where Ramdas spoke about Neem Karoli Baba, and his book. I also have got his book, Miracle of Love. So please read that book, friends. It's really amazing. It's good to know about all these masters, because they don't have to do, like as Baba says, like he was not performing. He don't admit that he performs miracles, because they don't want to show to people. They want to keep it very simple. So we have to learn from them how they are leading their lives. That is the reason why we have taken this Gurus of India series, because there is so much to learn from everybody, every master, and to get inspired from them, and so that we implement of what they have uh, left left to each one of us by their actions or by their simple words. So that's all, friends, and very happy to share this with you all. So if there is anybody who wants to share anything, you can unmute yourself, please. All right then. So we will all see each other again in about 3.5 hours from now for a untold story of Sita book reading, and then followed by the evening session. Till then, have a lovely day, friends, and namaste to all.
Thank you, Madhu. Thank you very much.